Hi guys. Most folks who want to come to the UK have this huge challenge because you can either come to the UK as a student, but that means huge amount of fees and a lot of money being spent there, or you can come to the UK as a working professional. But the challenge is that most often than not, whether you like it or not, skilled worker visas are usually offered to people from certain professions only, which is the problem there, isn't it? Now, what if I told you there was a solution to all of this? And the best part is, you do not need any fancy degrees to get this visa, and you can bring your family along with you and live and experience life in the UK for up to 12 months. If you're wondering if this is too good to be true, nah, it's absolutely real. This visa is called the Temporary Work Charity Worker Visa, and it can help you move to the UK right away. So, for starters, the Charity Work Visa is exactly what it sounds like. It is a temporary work visa to work in the UK for up to 12 months and undertake charity work. Something else that's really great about this visa is you do not need to take an English language test to get this visa. Now, like with all visas, this visa too has a lot of do's and don'ts, and it's really important that you pay close attention to this part. All right. With this visa, you can study for some courses. For other courses, you'll need an ATAS certificate. You can work for your sponsor in this job described in your COS or your certificate of sponsorship, which we will come to in a bit. You can also take up a second job. Now, your second job can either be in the same sector at the same level as your main job for up to 20 hours per week, or if it's in a different sector, then it must be a job that falls under the skilled worker shortage occupation list, again for up to 20 hours per week. You are allowed to also bring dependents if they are any of the following: your husband or wife or civil partner or unmarried partner, your child under 18 years, including if they were born in the UK during your stay, or your child over 18 years if they're currently in the UK as your dependent. So that covered everything you can do in the UK. Let's head over to what you can't do in the UK. But before we move ahead, if you're new to my channel, my name is Ashika, and on this channel we talk about moving to the UK, whether you're a student, a working professional, or a dependent. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and click on the bell icon for notifications to know every time I put out a new video. Under this visa, you can't receive payment for work because this is a voluntary charity worker visa. You cannot take up a permanent job again under this visa because it's a temporary visa, and you can't get access to public funds. So how do you know if you're eligible for this visa or not? Well, it's really simple. For starters, you need to be 18 years and above. You also need to hold a valid certificate of sponsorship for the role from a registered charitable organization. You need to have enough money to support yourself in the UK, and you'll usually need to have at least £1,270. If you're taking your family along with you, which is your spouse or your partner and your kids, you'll also need to show £285 for your partner, £315 for one child, and £200 for each additional child. A COS or a certificate of sponsorship is a unique reference number that holds all the details about the job that you're going to do and your personal information. It's not a physical document or an e-paper or anything like that. Your COS needs to be provided to you by your sponsor. Now, in some cases, you will not need to have the necessary amount that we just discussed that you need to show as proof of funds in the UK. Your sponsor can also state as a part of your application form that he is willing to support you, and in that case, you don't really have to have the necessary funds. Now, if you'd like to apply for this visa, there are a couple of documents you need to have. The first one is your COS or your certificate of sponsorship. The second is you need to have a valid passport. The third one is you need to show that you have sufficient funds to support yourself in the UK, and you can show this in the form of bank statement. If you're bringing your partner along with you or your children, your dependents along with you, you also need to show proof of relationship. So you need to show birth certificates or a marriage certificate. And finally, for certain countries, you need to do a TB test as well. If you're coming from India like we did, we also had to do a TB test while coming to show that you're clear from TB. Now, how do you apply? Well, for starters, you fill out the application form and answer in English. You'll next need to pay health surcharge, which is usually about £624 a year. You'll need to pay the visa fee. In this case, the application fee for each applying person is £259. and you will need to provide your biometrics. This can be done at any of the visa centers in your country. Now, if you have any questions up to this point, leave me a comment below and I will try my best to help out. So, to make things easier for you, we're discussing one such employer today who is providing a COS for anyone who wants to apply for jobs in this company under a charity worker visa. The company is called L'Arche and it basically supports people with learning disabilities and helps create an environment of support around. They have branches all over the UK among other countries. And at the moment, they're looking for international applicants to be live-in assistants for a period of 12 months. And if you require a visa, they have an email ID on which you can write to them to discuss your visa options. The email ID is recruitment@l'arche.org.uk. So if you have any questions about your visa that you'd like to ask them, just go ahead, leave them a note, or you can just go ahead and fill out that application form. Now, if you're interested in doing charity work and experiencing life in the UK, this is an absolutely brilliant opportunity. So don't wait too long. If I were you, I would rush to fill out that form. Now, if you want to move to the UK, I very strongly suggest you know how much things cost in the UK because it can get pretty expensive. Now, if you'd like to know what the cost of living in the UK is like, all you need to do is check out this video.